Okay, cool. So what happens is this particular page object model. So you can see that Nightwatch have its own page object model mechanism, but WebDriver.io we need to have our own implementation of the page object model. Okay, so we have to do it. But why we have to do page object model, which I will tell you. So basically there are the few things. Okay, so why we have to use page object model is, number one is we have something called a command called dry, means don't repeat yourself. Okay, so what will be repeated here? Normally locators, okay, will be repeated. Normally in our case, any kind of locators, if you are having at different places, it is hard to maintain. So you should have all the locators in one place. Second one is all the functions. What are the functions that we actually have to use? So we first of all we have to use functions because everything should be wrapped up in a proper way. Because right now the code that we had done before is not functional. We haven't created any functions, but everything should be in function. And also the code within the function should not be repeated. So you should not have any repeated code. So to don't repeat the code ourselves at any two places with the same code, we have to follow page object model so that it will be easy for us to fix it. Otherwise it will be hard to maintain multiple places for the code. Okay, that is what dry is equal to. And the second thing is that we have to use our page objects is maintenance. Okay, maintenance. So what is the kind of maintenance? Example, now it is today, but tomorrow if any locators got changed, example, if locators are changed or any kind of functionality is changed, okay, or if you got a new functionality, so it is always hard to have the code at different places. So instead of that, to maintain the whole code base in easy chunks, we use page object model, which is nothing but every page that you see in your application. Okay, so every page that you see in application will have its corresponding .js file, means a JavaScript file. So we should have a multiple JavaScript file. Every page should represent one particular HTML file. Okay, so now let us now see my project now. Okay, so this is a typical project. So this project have Grunt and all these things. That's the reason I'm not encouraging you to use it, but I will show you how the whole project will work. Okay, so see that you have this kind of test folder. You can see that there is a folder here. You can see that everything is clearly defined. Okay, so in this folder structure, you can see that config is a place where we put all the configurations. So typically a config file, you can, the one that we're discussing right now is a basic config file. But however, this particular project also do the mobile testing. That's the reason why there are two config files, one config file for mobile and one for web. Okay, so we have multiple config files. I mean, in real time you will have multiple config files. Okay, so all the config file is nothing but set of settings and all the parameters and all these things. Okay, so this is, we have two config files, and the next thing is feature file. So this is nothing but your actual features. So means actual Cucumber feature file. So they all will be in one folder. And now page object, this is the main thing. So in this page objects, you can see that we got step definitions. So how the things will work is, first of all, initially the test will be triggered from your Cucumber feature file. So for example, take Cucumber feature file where you have to log in as a user and you see a welcome message. So for that step there will be a corresponding step definition, which is nothing but, for this when step we got a step definition called this. Okay, you can see that login. So we got step definition. Now within that step definition, now previously what we used to do, we used to put browser dot find element or get text get element. We used to do this straight away in the steps. but now it's not like that. Now the stub definition will in turn will actually use page objects. So now what it is, example, you want to log in. So your login is a part of login page. So you just call that method and send the parameters to that. And now the whole logic will go to which page? Login. So how this login? So you can see that this login object is created. So how this login object is created? The login object is created by this login object is nothing but the module, the actual page or a file which we actually have the code base. So what is that particular file? Is nothing but you can see that ta-login.page. So ta-login page.js. So this file is nothing but exports. So the whole this file will be exporting as an object, and that particular object will be creating as an object, and then all the relevant functions within that particular page or particular module will be called using this particular object. So if you can call this here, okay. So you can see that we are using JavaScript's kind of modularity here instead of inbuilt. So Nightwatch got that inbuilt, but here see this when we're talking about Nightwatch next week, you can see a different way of the things we do, okay. But here what we're using, we are just using WebDrivers or a more of JavaScript's basic modularity here, okay. So you can see that this is a module that I'm not calling it as a class, I'm calling it as a module, because in JavaScript there's no such thing called class, okay. So now here this is a module. So what is this module consist? This module is nothing but, so the keyword is there's a class, but still it is a module, okay. It's not a typical class. So what does this module will contain? This module contains two things. Just as we discussed, we have to have locators and we have to have functions, okay. So see that we got locators. So these are the locators which are created like a proper variables. So yes, I need to put everyone on mute, okay. Okay, cool. So here you can see that this is a locator. So every locator, now username is a locator and that is wrapped up like this. Password is a locator that is wrapped up like this. So everything will be a locator. Then see open is a function. What open will do? Open will do a kind of opening a login page. So this is an action. And now to log in, what we have to do? We have to wait for login page to be loaded, set value. So you can see that this is directly using the elements here. So username is nothing but this dot set value. So we are actually directly creating an object of the particular locators and performing the actions. And the whole action will be converted like a method which is used within the stub definitions. So like that the whole code is properly maintained, okay. Similarly you can see the Yahoo page dot search input enter text, okay. So you can see that we got a Yahoo page here, okay. So in Yahoo page we got something called enter text. So that this method is called, what this method is doing, it is going to the Yahoo search input, which is nothing but Yahoo page, Yahoo search. Okay, this object, okay. So this search object, okay. Okay, so this search object is something which actually is here. So that object is here, okay. And search button, so this button is this, and results, if you type something you get a result. So that result object is nothing but this, like that all the locators are at one place and all the actions are at one place, and in the given when then step we call the methods directly, and that methods will indirectly call the locators and perform the actions. So you won't see any kind of a WebDriver code here, okay. That happens throughout the whole code base, okay. So that way your page object model that we had in WebDriver IO, again it's a custom made, it's not ready made, but that page object model that we actually, where is that, the look that we discussed about here, yeah, this is, you can have, if you want I can send you this link. So go through this. These guys, I mean, this they actually explained what is the page object is about, what exactly I said. Okay, in a few minutes back. Okay, so let me. Oh yeah. Okay. So like that, the whole page object is created. Okay, and similarly, you can see that all the given when and then steps are there. So it is very easy. Okay, so when we actually execute this test, it will be easy for us to go and find out where what is what, where it is. Okay, so that way these three folders are important. Okay, so that is what the main thing. Remaining things are all okay. We know that package.json and this config file is here, which is nothing but couple of config files. Okay, so the remaining things are not big thing, but big thing for my point of view is that you have to make sure that you got the actual pages. Okay, and that page. Okay, so yeah, I mean that is the thing, and they have a little bit of inheritance kind of concept, but it's not fully inherited, but a kind of partial inheritance where, example, this guy is calling super.open, which is nothing but calling a super class. Okay, and then something basic, if you want to do something at the browser level, we can do that. Okay, so like that we can use the super classes and subclasses, but I'm telling for you it's not a big thing. Once the application is complex, then we have to implement this. Okay, but normally the way that we are actually doing the practice is maximum enough. We are straight away putting everything here. So instead of putting here the code here, we put in some other file and call that object here, then that will become page object model. Okay, so that way you can see that this is all the page object model, and you don't need to worry about it, but you need to just see how the things are there. Example, get title, wait for contact page to be loaded. So this is all custom made methods. Okay,
so in a sense we can create our own methods and put it in one file.
Yeah,
for reference purposes.
Yeah, you have to put in your own user defined file, but that should be logical. It's not like one file put everything in one place. It should be logically divided. Okay, so that see, contact page is one file, login page one file, my account page one file. So they are logically every HTML page. So my account is a module and front end. So all that particular methods will be in one place.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what we will do is we will go to the Sauce Labs configuration, okay, which I will show you in this, which is just extension of what we already did. Okay, so to Sauce Lab configuration, the first thing is we have to say to the WebDriver that don't connect to standalone, but connect to Sauce. So we need to convert them into Sauce. Okay, however, this is not just enough. We also need to give more things like more information. Okay, so that is the reason why we have to just go to the documentation for a moment. Okay, and just to see the configuration. This is just enough for us. Okay, so we can kind of do a configuration. Okay, so you can see that the configuration point of view. So example, we want to connect to Sauce Labs. So it's very simple. We change the service to Sauce Labs and we provide the Sauce Labs username and password. Okay, which is what I will give you. This is small syntax for that, which I will found it for you. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. Okay, so SAUC. Okay, see this is what we have to do. Okay, we have to do this. Okay, we have to give the username and password. Okay, so what we do is in the exports.config we have to give username and password, so that service provider Sauce Labs. Okay, okay, so this service will specify the key access value you need to put in order to on the service. Okay, so that's we do that there, and then we need to we need to just put the Sauce Labs username and password. Okay. Okay, so that is one thing, and the second thing that we have to do is okay, be careful here. I'm just trying to see if any other way to, yeah, I don't need to worry about all these things. Okay, so we can provide the Sauce Labs username and password. Okay, so how we do it is user and key. Okay, these are the two things that we need to copy. So what I will do now is I will add this additional parameters here. Okay, user and key. Okay, so what is my user and key? I need to go to Sauce Labs. Okay, I'll go to my account. Okay, show. Okay, so this is my key, and my username is just see. Okay, I think you guys will also should have an account for do that. Okay, now okay, that's it. Now see what happens. You should expect that the test should run in Sauce Labs. Okay. Oh no, except there's some problem. Can service was cannot find. Oh, okay. So we need to have this npm install that service. Okay. So what I will do is npm. See, guys, the documentation is. I mean, you know, RMSs are very good actually. Okay. So I'll do this and save. Save means it will now locally save within my package.json. I need for next time onwards, you people will not have that problem. So you can see that if I do that, if I refresh it, you can see that that particular thing will come here within my package.json once it is all done. Okay. See this Sauce service. Okay. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Now it will be connected. It's very easy, guys. See, now it's the two connections. This is the connection. You can see that this is connected, right? This is our tests that we are running from our local machine, which is running in. It's already completed also. Okay. This is the test that we run to open that NopeCommerce website. Okay, you can see that when it was just run now initially. You can see the opening nopecommerce.com, and then it will check the, see this. That's what we did, right? We did the community poll. Okay, that is the test that we did. So that was all running fine. Okay, so that is coming because of this config. Okay, so this is the way to connect to config file. Okay, so that is very important for you. How do you connect Sauce Labs from your local machine? This is the configuration. Okay, so you need to have a key for that, which you can get it. Okay. Okay, there is one thing, and then we'll do this as well. Okay, so that way we connect to the Sauce Labs from our configuration file. Okay, so I think remaining are self-explanatory, guys. You can just go through because they had given multiple capabilities within this. Okay, so you could change the browser here. Example, you want to sign in Firefox. Okay, so just do this and run it. Okay, it will run. Okay, and you can have multiple configurations also if you want. Okay, you can have multiple browser, multiple configuration, everything that you have to, you can do it. Okay, but you have to try a bit. Okay, see, now it will run on Firefox. Okay, so yeah, it's finished, I think. This is few seconds ago. You can see that it's a Firefox, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay, shall we run it again? See, it's opening on Firefox and Windows 7. See, okay, this Firefox, bit of old one, but that's fine. Okay, so that's the way it happens. Okay, guys, any questions? Okay, so in that case, guys, so now you guys, I think, as I said, you guys, it's up to now everything, because I don't want to tell Night Watch today itself. Night Watch is something which I will tell you in overview how it works, and page object model, and those kind of things, which is discussed other day as well. So there's few things which Night Watch can do. That I will show you next class, and then I will answer any of your questions. But ideally, I want you to just at least this WebDriver framework which we are running. If you are able to run this, you will be in a very good position. Okay, so
Yeah.
so just start preparing, guys. I'm telling, as that consultant already said, there are a lot of openings in JavaScript side. I mean, Java is also there, but JavaScript is highly paid, and lot of options, a lot of contract jobs, highly paid. Okay, please practice it. At least basics, if you practice it, I think that should be fine for interview point of view. Remaining, they don't go into that depth of page object model and all these things. Okay, but at least basics if you got, and if you're able to run a small framework yourself locally, then that should be fine. I mean, if it's just a small framework, guys, I mean, like this is how this should be fine if you can self-sufficient. But if you go to a company, you understand the existing boilerplate or what are the frameworks that they got, and run it locally using your npm run test, whatever it is, and try to analyze the results. And if something is not working, go and change the locators. Or if they want to run it locally, run it, and then slowly you understand the whole project work. That's it. That should be enough. Okay, you should not be a master of anything, because even nobody knows much about it. You can see when we go to seminar, everybody are like still basics. So that doesn't mean that everyone knows a lot of things. So it's still very matured, an unmatured market. So you guys can really, ahead of the game. So start thinking about that. I will help you to set up CVs. By the time you complete your preparation, I will help you to get the CVs. So you guys, people, to have to come back saying that, sir, I had completely seen the whole videos, and then I'm very happy now. I'm happy to go ahead. Then I will do an interview session for you, and maybe I'll give a small task for you. And if you can complete the task and get through the interview, then I will help you to get the CVs and jobs. Okay.
Yeah, Sridhar.
Okay, guys.
Ram,
Then
so Ram, one quick question. So in terms of this Sublime, you said just a Cucumber plugin is required. So when I'm doing this WebDriver IO today, so do I need anything else or just that one?
No, that's it, enough. But mainly rely on terminal. Open terminal and do npm install, and do that npm install. Open terminal, do npm install, and then use this command, this one. I'll put in WhatsApp. Okay. I'll put in WhatsApp. నేనే okay, anyway, okay, Vipul, so I mean, this is the command. Okay, so you do npm install and write this, then automatically this will run. Okay, and I will send this code also now. Okay.
And video as well, please, Sriram.
Yeah, video is in cloud. I will send the link. It is already recording.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Okay. Okay, guys, so I mean, I'm just letting you to take your time to get practice yourself. Okay, so let me know if you stuck in this week. Definitely we will have the lab session, and then so because we already last week was busy, but I'm this week we'll have lab session. Next week we will do the kind of night watch, and then will be completed. Then it is up to you guys how to come back from your kind of shell and help get it through.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so make sure that. Okay, so see, prepare, guys. I'm telling, I will be very honest. If you know theoretical, if you know concepts also, if you can go and talk also, people will be happy to take it. Okay, so JavaScript is such a unmature market. You can see that on that day only 30% people know what is JavaScript out of 100%. Okay, so it's still mature. I'm telling you, still mature. Just concentrate on basics, and at least the basic framework hands-on. A couple of test cases can automate, and the remaining all concepts if you read, then that's it. You will definitely get a job, better one. Okay, no more Selenium, no more permanent jobs. Okay, guys, I will send you the whole thing. I'm putting the actual now itself. Okay, anything else?
No, Ram, not from me. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So guys, also please put me your current status, what you are doing, because I just don't know. So please tell me what you guys are doing, current status, and what is your kind of when are you looking for a job, and how soon you need, and what, and kind of a little bit more information. Maybe put an email to me, then that will help me to understand your personal circumstances, and based on that I'll be working with few consultants from next week, okay, on this fulfilling the roles. So I will have you in mind. So you people have to just poke me and just tell me when you people are ready for the job, and kind of give me more information. Just follow it up. A WhatsApp message, put Ram, I'm ready for the job now, or maybe I'll take 1 or 2 weeks, something like that. Keep me updated so that I will not forget. So something comes up, then I will put you in mind, because we are from this week there may be something will come up for us.
Yeah, sure, Sriram.
Okay, so yeah, this I'm sharing that drive, the code now. Practice it, and then we'll catch up maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. Bye guys. Bye.
Bye.